Ever wished you could be a fly on the wall?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, for some of the biggest moments in tech history.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's what we're doing today.
Okay.
We're going deep
Right.
inside Walter Isaacson's biography of Elon Musk
I'm excited.
to uncover the stories behind all the headlines.
Yeah, we're going like way beyond the usual headlines
Right.
about, electric cars and rockets.
Yeah.
And really explore the man behind all these groundbreaking innovations.
So it's not just a book report.
No.
This is about pulling out the juiciest bits about Musk's journey,
Absolutely.
the surprising stories, and the lessons you can actually use.
I think what's so compelling about Isaacson's approach is that he doesn't shy away
Yeah.
from Musk the complexities.
Mm.
You see the ambition, the drive, but also the human flaws and the cost of that pursuit of progress.
It's not just hero worship.
No.
This is a real person.
Yeah.
Warts and all.
That makes it more interesting.
But let's start at the beginning, before Tesla and SpaceX, before the name Elon Musk even meant anything.
Before he was Elon Musk.
Yeah, there was this fascinating period.
The era of the PayPal mafia.
The PayPal mafia.
Yeah, you know those names?
Okay.
LinkedIn,
Yeah?
Yelp, Palantir.
Right.
They all trace back to this group of entrepreneurs who came out of online payment wars.
It's crazy to think how much of our lives now revolve around online payments.
Absolutely.
But back then, it was a brand new frontier.
That was a Wild West.
Yeah.
Musk's company X.com was right in the thick of it, battling to revolutionize how we even handle money.
And the competition was fierce.
So fierce.
Yeah.
It's this crucible of intense pressure and innovation that really forged this PayPal mafia.
So they weren't just a bunch of tech guys fighting over credit card fees.
Yeah, no.
There was something more.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Take Peter Thiel, for example.
Okay.
He co-founded Palantir, which revolutionized data analysis.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been involved in ventures ranging from artificial intelligence to life extension. Reid Hoffman went on to create LinkedIn, transforming how we connect professionally.
Right.
And then you have Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, and Jawed Karim,
Yeah.
who created YouTube, which changed how we consume and share videos forever.
These guys were and still are driven by this desire to solve big problems.
Huge problems.
Yeah, and to really leave their mark on the world.
They want to change the world.
What was it about that moment in time?
Yeah.
That environment at PayPal that sparked so much innovation?
I think it was a combination of factors.
Okay.
You had these brilliant minds, all super driven and ambitious, working in this high stakes environment where failure was just not an option.
Right.
They had to learn so quickly, adapt, and think outside the box.
Yeah.
They were also exposed to this huge range of ideas and approaches, which fostered a culture of collaboration and creative problem solving.
So these experiences became the foundation for their future success.
But as fascinating as that period is, the story gets even more dramatic when Musk sets his sights on space.
The SpaceX part of the book really grabbed me.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine pouring everything you have into a project,
Oh, my God.
failing 3 times in a row,
Brutal.
and having one last shot to make it work.
So much pressure.
Talk about pressure.
Isaacson describes it with such detail.
Yeah.
You can almost feel the weight of the world on Musk's shoulders as they're preparing for the 4th launch of the Falcon 1 rocket.
Yeah.
If this one failed, SpaceX was done.
So this is way more than a business story.
Oh, yeah.
This was life or death for SpaceX.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Isaacson captures the raw tension
Yeah.
of those final hours before launch.
It must have been crazy.
The team is scrambling to make last-minute repairs, battling technical glitches, and all the while knowing that another failure could just end their dream.
That's where Musk's tenacity shines through.
Oh, it's incredible.
He's known for being driven, but this is something else.
He refused to give up, kept pushing his team, kept believing they could achieve what everyone else thought was impossible.
So it's not just blind faith. Isaacson details how Musk uses his famous first principles thinking to solve these seemingly impossible problems.
Explain first principles thinking for those of us who aren't rocket scientists.
Yeah. What's the secret sauce here?
Okay, so it's really simple,
Okay.
but incredibly powerful.
Okay.
Instead of looking at how things have always been done,
Right.
or relying on conventional wisdom,
Yeah.
Musk breaks problems down to their most fundamental truths.
Like, what are the basic physics at play here?
Exactly.
And build from there.
Yeah. So instead of saying rockets are expensive because that's how they've always been,
right?
He's asking, what are the raw materials? What's the absolute minimum we need to get this thing off the ground?
I see.
And that led to some radical innovations at SpaceX.
Wow.
Isaacson gives the example of Musk questioning the crazy price of rocket propellant.
Oh, okay.
Instead of accepting the industry standard, he broke down the chemical composition of the fuel.
Right.
And figured out how to produce it in-house at a fraction of the cost.
So this one principle had a tangible impact.
Huge impact.
On building actual rockets.
It did. And it highlights how powerful first principles thinking can be in any field.
Okay.
It's about challenging assumptions, questioning the status quo, looking for those fundamental truths that can lead to breakthroughs.
Yeah.
We can all apply it to our lives.
I love that.
Even if we're not trying to colonize Mars.
Speaking of Mars, let's zoom out and talk about the bigger picture of Musk's ambitions.
Okay.
It's not just about building cool rockets, is it?
No, it's not. The success of Falcon 1 wasn't just a victory for SpaceX.
Right.
It was validation of Musk's bigger vision for humanity.
Okay.
He's not just interested in incremental improvements.
Yeah.
He's aiming to solve existential problems.
Wow.
Like colonizing Mars and creating a sustainable future for our species.
So he's not thinking about next quarter's profits.
No.
He's thinking about the next 1,000 years.
Exactly. And that kind of long-term thinking is rare.
Yeah, especially in the world of technology.
It is.
Isaacson doesn't just paint Musk as a visionary hero, does he?
No, he doesn't.
What about the human side of this story?
That's one of the most compelling aspects of the book.
Yeah, okay.
Isaacson doesn't shy away from the toll that Musk's ambitions take on him and those around him.
Yeah.
You see the sleepless nights,
The burnout.
the strained relationships, the moments of self-doubt.
So even someone as successful as Elon Musk struggles with the same human stuff we all do.
We're all human.
Okay, so we've covered a lot already.
Yeah, a lot.
Online payments, rocket launches, the human side of ambition.
Barely scratched the surface.
And we're just getting started.
I know.
This is turning out to be one fascinating deep dive.
It really is.
Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue our deep dive into the mind of Elon Musk. All right, we're back and ready to continue our exploration of Elon Musk's journey.
As told by Walter Isaacson.
Right before the break, we were talking about the more human side of Musk.
The struggles and sacrifices.
Yeah.
Yeah. The things we don't always see.
It's a crucial part of the book.
Definitely.
And I think it resonates with a lot of people.
Because it makes him relatable.
We tend to put these successful figures on a pedestal.
Right.
But seeing their vulnerabilities makes them more relatable.
And their achievements are more inspiring.
Absolutely.
It makes the whole thing feel less like a fairy tale.
Yeah.
And more like something we can all learn from.
Even if our goals aren't as ambitious as colonizing Mars.
Exactly. Speaking of learning, what are some of the key takeaways from the book?
The big lessons.
What lessons can we glean from Elon Musk's life and work?
One thing that jumps out
Yeah.
is his relentless persistence.
He just doesn't give up,
He does not give up.
even when faced with these huge obstacles.
It's a core theme throughout the book.
Yeah.
Whether it's the early struggles with PayPal, the near-death experiences of SpaceX,
Wait.
or the manufacturing hell of Tesla,
Can't even imagine.
Musk consistently demonstrates this unwavering belief in his vision.
And a willingness to push through failure.
It's like he's got this internal engine that just keeps him going.
When everyone else is telling him to quit.
Exactly. And that ties into another takeaway.
Visionary leadership.
Visionary leadership.
Musk doesn't just see problems.
Yeah.
He sees possibilities.
I like that.
He's not content with incremental improvements. He wants to fundamentally change the world.
That's inspiring.
And that brings us back to first principles thinking.
Oh, yeah. We touched on that earlier.
It's not just a problem-solving technique.
Right.
It's a way of approaching the world with curiosity and a willingness to challenge assumptions.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around first principles thinking.
It's a big one.
Can you give us another example of how Musk uses it?
Sure. Isaacson talks about how Musk applied this to Tesla's electric cars.
Okay.
At the time, everyone just assumed that electric car batteries were too expensive
Yeah.
and had limited range.
That was the conventional wisdom.
Electric cars were impractical.
Or just a niche thing.
But Musk didn't accept that.
Of course not.
He broke down the cost of battery production
Okay.
to its fundamental components
Got it.
and realized there was so much room for improvement.
Instead of just saying batteries are expensive, that's how it is.
Nope.
He's digging deeper.
Much deeper.
What are these batteries made of?
Yeah.
Can we source these materials more efficiently?
Exactly.
Can we optimize the manufacturing process?
That's what he did.
Wow.
And that led to Tesla's innovations in battery technology.
Which have come a long way.
They've driven down costs and extended the range,
Yeah.
making them a viable alternative to gas-powered cars.
So first principles thinking isn't about being a contrarian or questioning everything just to be difficult.
It's about getting to the core truth of a problem.
And building from there.
It's a mental model that you can apply to anything.
Any field, any challenge.
Cultivate a mindset of curiosity, critical thinking.
I love that.
A willingness to question everything.
Makes you wonder how many other truths we just accept without question.
That's a good point.
Maybe we could all benefit from first principles thinking.
In our own lives.
Absolutely. But there's another aspect of Musk's story that Isaacson explores.
Okay.
And it's super relevant today.
What's that?
The ethical considerations.
Yeah.
The impact of these powerful technologies and the responsibility that comes with them.
Isaacson doesn't shy away from the potential downsides of Musk's ambition.
Okay.
And the unintended consequences.
Right.
He raises questions about the environmental impact of space travel, the potential for job displacement.
From automation.
Yeah, and the ethics of artificial intelligence.
So it's not all sunshine and roses.
A lot of ways.
There are real concerns about how these technologies will shape the future.
And we need to be thinking about them critically.
The book doesn't offer easy answers, does it?
No, it doesn't. But it forces us to confront these complex issues.
Right.
And to consider the broader societal implications of innovation.
It's a reminder that progress isn't always a straight line.
It's messy.
There will be bumps along the way.
Unintended consequences.
And ethical dilemmas.
That we need to work through.
That's where dialogue comes in.
Absolutely.
We need to be having these conversations, debating these issues, and engaging with different perspectives.
It's crucial.
So it's not just about the technology itself.
No.
It's about how we choose to use it.
Exactly.
And the values we embed in its development.
Each of us has a role to play.
We can't just leave it up to the Elon Musks of the world.
To decide what the future looks like.
It's a call to action.
It is.
A reminder that we all have a responsibility.
To engage with these issues.
And shape the future we want to see.
That future is being written right now.
Wow.
Our choices today.
Yeah.
The conversations we have, our actions.
Right.
They all contribute to shaping the world of tomorrow.
Well, that's a pretty profound thought.
It is.
We've covered so much in this deep dive into Elon Musk's life and work.
A lot of growth.
From the early days of the PayPal mafia to the goals of SpaceX and Tesla.
It's been a whirlwind.
It's amazing to see what can be achieved with vision persistence and that willingness to think differently.
It's inspiring.
It's a testament to human ingenuity.
And the importance of pursuing those dreams.
No matter how ambitious.
Exactly.
Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive.
Let's do it.
It's been a wild ride with Elon Musk.
A wild ride.
From dot-com entrepreneur to global icon.
It's a journey that's not over yet.
Not even close. Makes you wonder what's next for him.
I know.
What other world-changing ideas are brewing in that mind?
Well, that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
He's unpredictable, constantly evolving, always reaching for that impossible goal.
You never know what he's going to tackle next.
You don't, but it'll be bold.
Definitely. I'm really intrigued by his work with Neuralink.
Neuralink.
The brain-computer interface company.
Yeah, Isaacson talks about that too.
Okay.
He explores Musk's fascination with merging human consciousness with AI.
That's some serious stuff.
It raises so many ethical questions and philosophical questions, but it also holds incredible potential for medical breakthroughs and enhancing human capabilities.
It sounds like science fiction.
It does.
But knowing Musk, he might just pull it off.
He might. He has a track record of doing that.
He does.
Think back to the early days of SpaceX.
People laughed at him.
They scoffed at the idea of a private company launching rockets.
Now look.
Now we're witnessing commercial space travel.
It's mind-boggling how far we've come in such a short time.
It really is.
A lot of that progress is thanks to people like Musk.
People who are willing to take risks.
And challenge the status quo.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They remind us that progress isn't always linear or predictable.
Right.
It takes those daring leaps of faith, those moments of irrational belief to push humanity forward.
We shouldn't be afraid to dream big.
No.
To question assumptions.
Or the status quo.
And to go after those impossible goals.
The world needs more dreamers, more innovators.
People who challenge the status quo.
And imagine a future that's different from the present.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Elon Musk's world, what's the one big takeaway?
The one thing you want listeners to remember, I
Yeah.
think it's this.
Okay.
While Musk's achievements are amazing,
Uh-huh.
the principles that drive him are something we can all embrace.
That's a good point.
The curiosity,
Yeah.
the tenacity, the willingness to think differently.
Yeah.
Those are qualities that you can cultivate and apply to anything.
You don't have to be Elon Musk to
Yeah.
make a difference.
We all have that potential
to create change.
and leave our mark on the world.
It's been a fascinating journey
It has.
exploring the world of Elon Musk through Isaacson's book.
It's been thought-provoking.
From the technical innovations to the philosophical implications.
Yeah, it's a story that's going to keep unfolding.
For years to come, for sure, it makes you think about the power of human ambition
The potential of technology
and the importance of dialogue.
about the world we want to create.
So we'll leave you with this.
One final thought.
What kind of future do you want to be a part of?
What impact do you want to have?
The future isn't something that just happens to us.
We've created.
Through our actions, our choices, and our aspirations.
So go out there, be curious, be ambitious.
And remember, the future is waiting to be written.
That's a wrap on our deep dive into Elon Musk.
We'll see you next time for another fascinating exploration